to Cloud Interview Questions, an initiative by CloudORT. So after seeing the pre-signed URL where we can give a temporary time-bound access, we have another security mechanism called resource logs, right? Especially in Azure, right? So we need to understand what these resource logs are and what are the two types of resource logs. It's a very important interview question, right? So before we see what logs are, we'll take a step back and we will actually see what is a log, right? So in Azure, we have a blob storage, right? Which means multiple people can actually, multiple resources can work on the same file or document folder, right? So we will all have access to create and modify contents within a storage account or and within a blob storage container, right? But sometimes due to mistake or due to like inadvertently, unexpectedly, we may actually delete, right, some of the resources by mistake. It's not our intention. So we all these storage accounts should be present in a resource group, right? So we may that resource group may host other resources like your database or VM, right? So instead of deleting that particular resource, we may accidentally hit the resource group, right? We may accidentally delete the resource group, which means our storage account, which is present in that resource group, will also get deleted, right? And if it is deleted, then all our work will go, right? So to protect from accidental deletion or modification, we can set up some resource logs, right? So whether it is a database, whether it is storage account, whether it is a resource group, or whether it is a subscription, we can set up a log at any place, right? By setting up a log, we can protect our resources from accidental deletion. Okay, and the two types of resource logs that are available in Azure are one is read only, other is delete. Right? If a delete log is configured on one of the resources, then other users can actually view and modify the data. They can do modifications, but they will not be able to delete the data. They will not be able to delete the data. And if it is a read-only log, then the end users, other users can view the data, but they will not be able to do any modifications or they will not be able to do any deletions at all. So we will prevent them from doing any modifications or deletions in terms of a read-only log, right? And if we set up a lock at the parent level, right, at a parent level, if I'm setting up a lock at the resource group level, then all the resources under it will automatically inherit the lock, right? So if I set up a resource group lock at the resource group level, then the VMs, storage account, database, all the other resources present inside this resource group will be automatically inheriting the lock. And the only way to actually delete a locked resource is by deleting the lock first. We have to remove the lock and then only we will be able to delete the resource. Otherwise, we will not be able to delete. So this is all about the locks. Thank you and see you tomorrow.